KART-AfrofishOG. What's going on, everyone? It's Taylor here from AfrofishOG, and today we are knocking it down 24 to 13. We only have 2 more to go. I appreciate, for everyone who's been watching these, I appreciate it so much that you've been on this same journey with me. It's been a very long time. Sorry, I was expecting these to be out earlier, but I've been really busy. With all that being said, I'm excited. Let's get this going. As always, be sure to check all the stuff down in the description. And with all that, let's get right into this video.
The mushroom when it's mushroom jumping time.
Mushroom Gorge is fun. I feel like this is
I like Mushroom Gorge. I think this is a pretty decent map in general.
just a really hard course to mess up. Like, as long as the mushrooms are bouncy, then there you go. It's a banger. This version adds some new features, like being able to trick off the green mushroom edges, and even the return of one of the shortcuts from Wii. Plus, the cave section, which looks gorgeous by the way, merges the Wii and 7 layouts, having a whole mushroom path on the left, but also offering a blue glider shroom. It's the best of both worlds, I say. Sadly, the design of the mushrooms is still way flatter and less enticing than the Wii version. Plus, the course looks a little rough outside of the cave section, but it's still a damn fun one that I'm always excited to play online. One of those courses I wouldn't mind seeing in every Mario Kart. Can't really say that about Coconut Mall and Koopa Cape, since looking at what they've become makes me depressed.
I like it. I think it's a good one. I did like Mushroom Gorge. I don't remember which one it's from though.
DK Mountain, my absolute favorite course from Mario Kart Double Dash, and my favorite retro course brought back in Mario Kart Wii. I love this track so dearly, and this might be my least favorite version.
This is a really iconic track, like 100%. If I like it, I don't know.
Don't get me wrong, it's still great, and I really don't want to sound ungrateful considering it's a miracle we got this instead of Dino Dino Jungle, which I like significantly less. But something was definitely off about this version of the course, and I wasn't sure what it was until I replayed the original versions. It was that hectic feeling of trying not to fall off as you stumbled your way down the mountain, made even better by the unique looseness of Double Dash and Wii's controls. Here, this is the smoothest controlling Mario Kart ever, which is ordinarily a good thing, but I feel like it resulted in a lot of the treacherous charm of this course in particular being lost in translation. It's still really good and fun, but just not on the same level as those first 2 iterations for me. At least it looks great. Like, damn, that volcano face and especially the rock texture are really good. Seriously, whoever textured this rock deserves a raise.
Banana!
I'll say yeah, it's good. It's a really good course. I love the just honestly, like, pretty much all the DK courses. I can't even complain. I pretty much love all of them. I'm going to take a bet to see which one goes number 1, and I think it's going to be Wario Summit. That's what I'm going to say. Wario Summit.
3DS DK Jungle is the final course in the Banana Cup. You see, this is a clever reference to Monkey. Anyway, this was a great priority retro course to bring back, even though there really isn't that much changed in this remake. The Temple of the Great Banana is now anti-gravity for no real reason. Seriously, I don't know why this was added. I can just imagine the Mario Kart devs panicking and going, oh god, we need to add anti-gravity to some retro courses to justify its existence. Put it in the monkey course. Whatever, a fine addition to a course that's just as good as it always was. Now in HD. You know what? I'm tired of all these people generally agreeing with my opinions. Let's get some dissent in here. Raise your hand if you're not a fan of DK Jungle. Ooh, here we go. It's Sir Musty.
One of my favourite parts about Mario Kart is the weird locations they use for tracks. One minute you'll be racing on a planet made out of cheese while the locals wonder, and then the next minute, New York. So explain to me how Donkey Kong, Mario's oldest rival by the way, either only gets a jungle or a mountain.
I already think it missed the mark in 7. As a retro Mario Kart 8, I think DK Jungle didn't get the glow up it needed.
And as an homage to Donkey Kong Country Returns, you could have picked literally any other world theme. So in the end, I'm both mad...
Oh, that would have been cool. The factory from like DK 64.
and disappointed.
Now I'm the king of the Koopas.
Bowser Castle 3. I love Bowser Castle 3. I think it's pretty safe to say that this is the single greatest SNES remake in all of Mario Kart. Like, nothing else even comes close. They took what was already one of the best courses in Super Mario Kart and gave it the glow up of the century, modernizing it and making it into a damn exciting thrill ride. Most tour remakes of SNES tracks are about as flat and boring as you'd expect. But the second this absolute banger hit tour, we all collectively agreed,
That's why, because it hit tour. I was wondering, like, I don't remember playing this course much at all.
oh yeah, they made this with Mario Kart 8 in mind. The alternate pathways from the original are now separated by towering pillars that you can actually drive on. The anti-gravity on this one turn makes it feel so much more treacherous. You can drive on top of the thwomps at the end to get coins. You gotta constantly be on your toes in order to not boost your way into the lava. And the music is just godly. What an amazing remix. It took a bizarrely long time to get a second Bowser's Castle in this game, considering how it has 5 rainbow roads. But man, the wait was worth it. Why can't every Super Mario Kart remake be this good, damn it? You Mario Circuit 3. I would have rather gotten a Vanilla Lake, cause at least that would have been funny.
I was finally gonna be happy.
Well, damn.
Cloud Top Cruise is really something special. More so than any other course in the Special Cup, actually. Yeah, kind of a weak selection in this game, but oh well, this one carries it pretty hard. It starts out with a gorgeous
Skytop Cruise, isn't that okay? So this, because I remember seeing this ship and it reminded me of I don't know why, but it reminded me of that 64 one with the carpet. Speaking of which, I wish you could have used a carpet.
fluffy, cloudy, beanstalky road before you travel to an airship that shoots you from a cannon right into the Thunderhead. This part is especially cool, not just because the music dynamically transitions into a more intense and rockin' version, but because the boost panels here will periodically get struck by lightning, so you have to pay close attention to which ones you can use. I really like how dynamic and risk-rewardy of an obstacle that is. After that, you fly back out into the sunny sky, with a fun little leaf shortcut for you to perform if you're bold enough, and your ears get to bear witness to something they didn't need to add, but it just exists as the cherry on top of an already amazing sundae. There's a Gusty Garden Galaxy remix up in this bitch. I guess they learned from the fact that Rosalina's Ice World didn't have a Galaxy remix in its music, so they just put it here, and it's awesome. This course is simply
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, like whenever I hear Super Mario Galaxy themes, whenever I hear any Super Mario Galaxy music, I swear my heart just melts. It just melts. It's just, oh, it's so good. Oh my gosh. I love Super Mario Galaxy so much.
spectacular, and the true heir to the Sky Garden moniker, since Lord knows that course's remakes aren't doing it any favors. Isn't that right, John Cartwright? Yeah, I grabbed the item box ahead of time. Speedrunning, baby!
Cloud Top Cruise. When you think about the sky, you probably think about the colour blue and white fluffy clouds. But no, as in all of life, the sky is a bumpy journey. It starts off all safe, but soon enough you'll...
Who the fuck is this guy and why does his voice sound like that? I'm jealous.
launch through a cannon, and you've got to dodge lightning and balance on a little leaf while Mario Galaxy music plays, as in all of life. And in my opinion, it is one of the best tracks in Mario Kart 8, and if you disagree, I'm gonna find you.
It's a
I want that guy to narrate my life.
vast, swirling wonderland of sparkling white pleasure.
Out of the many GBA remakes in this game, some good, some the opposite of good, my absolute favorite out of all 8 of them has to be Snowland. Not a very popular opinion, I'm sure, since Ribbon Road is the clear fan favorite among these remakes. But damn it, I love Snowland a little better. And that's kind of insane, because if you saw my Super Circuit video, I ranked it as my second least favorite course in that game. How did it become the most improved Mario Kart 8 remake of all? On the GBA, the screen shook up and down aggressively, and in this new version, the screen does not shake. That's it. That's literally all it took to transform this into a magnificent course. I absolutely adore its visuals. This icy road looks gorgeous, the skybox is pretty, the snowmen and penguins everywhere enhance the theme so much. I mean, this is like the textbook definition of a winter wonderland. Its amazing look, coupled with the enchanting music, item boxes that almost seem to skate along the road, and a pretty solid layout with varied elevation and a ton of great shortcut opportunities, make for a course that doesn't feel old or outdated in the slightest. I absolutely adore this remake, and I always have an amazing time on it. It may be a bit on the simpler side, but that's not a detriment at all. It's great. And maybe I could have liked the original version more if it wasn't an earthquake simulator.
I will say though, that's really interesting. To me, I really do enjoy snow levels. I love snow levels. So like, I think it's because I live in, living up in Wisconsin, you have a lot of snow most of the time. So seeing any kind with snow just kind of fills me with a little bit of happiness.
Oh my god, it's the train course! Holy shit, they brought the train course back! I actually find it kind of funny how I said in my Mario Kart 64 ranking that the two courses that inspire the most positive feelings for me in that game are Choco Mountain and Calamari Desert. And what do you know? The Booster Course Pass listened. They put them in for me. I really heckin' adore the original version of Train Course. But man, I had no idea what I was in for with this one. It looks pretty identical to the 7 version at first glance. What with the glider sections I'll never use, cause I'd rather get stopped by a train, damn it. But lap 2 is where the big twist comes in. Suddenly, there's a giant ramp in the way. Where did it come from? How did they construct it so quickly? I don't know, but who cares? It takes you onto the train tracks. The tunnel is required now. Coming face to face with a large ass train and having to dodge it on the narrow sides is now part of the track design. This is maybe the most exciting thing to happen to a retro course ever? I mean, this is how you do it. Everybody say thank you, Mario Kart Tour, for giving us this cool train.
This is a legendary course just in general. So I'm not really surprised that he would put it this high.
Train track driving variation that they incorporated into the 8 Deluxe version. It's crazy how many good ideas for alternate takes on tracks the tour gave us that we only got a small glimpse of in 8 through this and Peach Gardens. Like, surely Mario Circuit 3 could have used some updates like a trick or reverse variant on some laps, right? Anyone? Anyway, yeah, this is the best train course has ever been. I love you, train course. Oh my god, best course of all time! Except for everything ranked above it.
City.
Out of all the cool crossover tracks we got in this game, none of them can quite top these loving F-Zero tributes. I'm not a huge fan of the franchise from what I've played. It's a little too intense for me compared to the wacky fun of Mario Kart, and yet, these tracks are easily some of the most exhilarating.
Yo, bring back F-Zero, Nintendo. Bring back F-Zero. Fantastic racing games. I love them, and Captain Falcon deserves a new game at this point. So does Star Fox. Like, get on it.
Exhilarating in the game. Mute City is the slightly weaker one, even though it's still strong as hell. Chaining together boosts, grabbing coins on these unique purple strips when you need them, and barreling down that awesome ending section is an absolute blast. There's even an extra shortcut you can take at this section that's so neat. It's such a novel course that came along and blew most of the other tracks in this game away. Not much else to say, it's just really fast and fun.
4 years of
He's very right.
landscaping, but I think Peach finally has a home to be proud of.
Of all the courses to be showered with riches in terms of getting such a glow up, why Peach Gardens? The original is great, I love it, but man, they pulled out all the stops for this new version. It looks graphically spectacular, the hedges have been cut into the shape of characters, the music is elegant and gorgeous, there are new trick opportunities.
It feels like Peach. It feels like this is exactly what Princess Peach would have.
Off the edge of a road and the mole paths. They did remove the cool peace sign hedges in favor of a piranha plant, which you can see on just about any old course. But hey, a small price to pay for all these other enhancements. This was already the clear best version of Peach Gardens. And then you go backwards on the 3rd lap. What? Why? Calamari Desert made sense. There was a variant of that course where you go on the train tracks. But why does this course have a backwards variant?
You know what would be really cool? I just thought about this. Is if they had a Pokemon one where you can go through Pallet Town. I don't know. That just sounds cool.
And built in now. Apparently, it's a reference to a scrapped route from the original DS version, so it's neat to see that promise finally fulfilled. And if it sounds like I'm complaining about the backwards lap, I'm not. I'm just in shock that it exists, is all. There's no greater feeling than high-fiving Hedge Luigi. Or if you want, you can dive straight into the princess's, Peach. Whatever floats your boat. Overall, a masterful remake that combines the grace and elegance of the original with the excitement of taking an alternate route and gliding over the garden. Absolute banger, and it even panders to us Mario Kart Wii fans while also making DS fans happy. If only they could have brought back Delfino Square for the same reason.
Singapore's in Malaysia.
Singapore Speedway is easily the best city course. Like, it's not even a contest.
Okay, we're finally done with the tour courses.
It has incredibly varied track design, stunning colors, killer music, some of the most exhilarating glider segments in the entire game. I mean, why did they pour so much effort into just this one course? Like, Tokyo could have used some of this cool shit, you guys. I adore the shallow rooftop pool you wade through, giving way to a glider segment above a soccer stadium. That's right, we don't need to drive through that. I've had enough driving through sports stadiums, thank you very much. The Chinatown segment is very simple gameplay-wise, probably the weakest part of the course overall. Yet it remains aesthetically pleasing and cool. And it gives way to another glider segment where you can boost off of water geysers before transitioning into conveyor belts that remind me of Toad's Factory, aka the last thing that made me feel joy. And then there's a third glider segment, which is arguably the coolest yet. Oh wait, I'm sorry. The fourth glider segment, since there was a simple cannon one earlier. Anyway, this last one has a structure you can trick off of, plus parts of the track you can touch down on or completely ignore in favor of getting these ring boosts. One last drive through Chinatown, and that's a wrap on one of the coolest new courses we've seen, regardless of it being a tour city course. This is why I can't take the people who hate all the city courses equally seriously. Some of them are significantly better than others, and this is the prime shining example of that. So aside from New York Minute getting claimed by an authentic New Yorker, is anyone really shocked that this is the only other city course anyone wanted to claim? You might be saying, what about Athens Dash? But that wasn't a claiming. I just sprung that on my grandma. She doesn't even know what Mario Kart is. Anyway, yeah though, which YouTuber are we meeting in Singapore? Ant Dude.
Singapore Speedway gained so many cool points right out of the gate for having an excellent opening. This beautifully vibrant city just filled with colors and bright lights in the middle
I will say it is very vibrant. Vibrant.
of the night sky. It's just a really cool aesthetic, but then with the music, you go up this ramp and it kicks off and the melody is so sweet. Oh, and then you're sliding down this little pool of water with Goombas riding in it. Oh, and then you can jump back down into the sky and you can see all these cool sights like a football field, and oh, it's fantastic. But yeah, one of my favorite courses from tour, almost exclusively for the opening. Thank you.
I want the moon.
It's pretty unlikely that we'll get this in 8 Deluxe, considering there's gonna be a lot of city courses in this DLC.
Whoa! Didn't see that coming.
Oh baby, no course in this DLC generated as much hype for me with its announcement quite like Moonview Highway. You might be wondering why. I mean, there are better courses that got in. Well, that's because we were all expecting those courses, either thanks to data mines or simple logic. But neither of those were the case for Moonview Highway. In fact, simple logic dictates that it wasn't going to come back because it's a city. You know, that thing that appears twice in every wave cause of tour. I even said as much in my Mario Kart Wii ranking a year ago, that we probably wouldn't get Moonview Highway because of all the cities afoot. So when this course was unveiled against all odds, it made me so insanely happy. It's as beautiful as the day I lost it, and it puts 99% of the city courses to shame. That math probably isn't correct. What I meant to say is that I have it ranked above all of them except for one. But percentage-wise, I don't think that accounts for being better than 99% of them. I graduated college 3 years ago. I haven't done math in a really long time. Anyway, this course goes hard. It's atmospheric and enticing, with so many cars to dodge at high speeds as you try and hit as many randomly placed boost panels as you can. All as you listen to what might just be the single...
I kind of feel like this is... I don't know how I feel about this course.
Best remix in all of Mario Kart 8. I'm serious. This game's version of Moonview Highway's music is one of the best songs to come out of Mario Kart. It's electric. It dynamically changes whether you're on the highway or in the city. It has a killer drum solo. It's just perfect. The only negative I could possibly muster for this remake is that the poster for the Mushroom Moon doesn't have the Pikmin font anymore. Boo! Though to be fair, neither does Pikmin 4. What a ripoff. I guess I could also say that given Mario Kart Wii's extreme overrepresentation, I might have preferred giving Mushroom City a shot at redemption in this slot instead. But who cares? We got an absolute banger with one of my favorite music tracks in any game ever. That's more than enough for me.
Come with me, we'll go and see a place called Yoshi Island.
Tony Soprano Island is a gabagool-filled delight of a course. Okay, fine, I can't keep that joke up any longer. Yoshi's Island is our favorite green dino's grand return to having good courses, after 18 straight years of Yoshi Falls being his most recent track. And Yoshi's Island isn't just good, it's fantastic. It's one of the best crossover courses the
Straight up, yeah, it's really good.
series has ever had. Yeah, I know Yoshi is Mario adjacent, but it still feels like a crossover course. You know how one of my biggest problems with Hyrule Circuit was that half the course was just grass? Yoshi's Island laughs in the face of grass, because it's one of the most aesthetically varied courses in the whole game. There's water, a fortress, a cave, snow, a volcano, clouds. Miraculously, this crash course in every type of level Yoshi's Island has to offer seamlessly blends together and doesn't feel haphazard. And that's on top of the stilt guys, stealing piranha plant, the big dude with the pants, I forget his name, sorry, the banger music that remixes the original Yoshi's Island theme, plus the special music when you start and end the race. This is just an embarrassment of riches for fans of the original game, like me. And I haven't even mentioned the best detail. The one thing that really seals the deal and shows just how special this course is.
It's the shoes on the stilts.
The floating question mark cloud that forms the Gabagool Bridge when you hit it, giving you a shortcut for the final turn. Oh my god, what an insane detail. It pretty much stands right alongside the puzzle from Hyrule Circuit in terms of being the best way to take a mechanic from another series and perfectly translate it to Mario Kart. I love everything about this course. Ultimately, the track design is kind of on the simple side, which is why it's not quite S tier for me like it seems to be for a lot of other people. But that's okay. I always have an absolute blast on this loving tribute to one of the best 2D platformers I've ever played. Now, if Raphael the Raven was included in the background somewhere, then maybe this would be S tier. So who else wants to express the sheer joy of Raphael the Raven, Yoshi's Island? Looks like it's... Masayanella.
A whole stage based on Yoshi's Island? Yes please. The track itself is a bit simple compared to others, making it easy to learn for people who are more casual at the game. But what it lacks in complexity, it makes up for in pure charm. Poochie greets you at the start of the race, huff and puff.
I think this is going to be a hot take, but I feel like every course is fairly simple. Just me.
Things are bumbling about and the coins are Yoshi branded. And there's even a winged cloud that you can hit with a shell to spawn a new platform. There's so many little nods and cute references to the source material that it's one of the stages I enjoy just looking at to absorb every little detail.
Mario and Sonic!
Alright, so we have finally hit the 12, so we'll do 12 through 1. I think this is going to be a bit. This is definitely going to be a bit. But that's all we got for today. I appreciate you all for watching. Be sure to check the previous ones and stay tuned because I got the last one coming up for you. So with all that being said, I'm Taylor from AfrofishOG and I'll catch you all in the next one.